Hello and welcome to the back nine of round one of the 2025 Cascade Challenge presented by Discraft. It's our feature card out here at Shelton Springs Disc Golf Course in our sixth event of the year. I'm Erika Stinchcomb.
I'm Madison Walker. We're your two lockies.
Honk. Some tough woods out here in the back.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's all woods.
Yeah.
We leave the open holes behind and we venture into the mossy trees. It's really beautiful out there today. Lush, green, and misting.
And dangerous.
Look at all the colors. Missy and Ella birdieing all over the place. Holyn struggling a little bit more on the front nine than you'd like after a hot start. And Mertsch not quite able to get the ball rolling. But maybe this cheetah will warm up as we move.
Yeah, into hole 10. It's a par 3. It's 285 feet. It's an island, people. Take a look at it. It's a fair island.
They redid it this year, and it looks great.
It does look great, yeah. And I think it used to be smaller, if I remember correctly. But
it's like a dull eagle.
Okay.
The shape.
Yeah. Just a nice rounded, smooth eagle.
Yeah. A friendly eagle.
Yeah. So if you don't land safe, there is a drop zone right at the edge of circle 2. I think those trees on the left inside the wood chips make it really not a forehand shot at all. I think it's going to be a backhand every time. I like a mid-range, but you're going to see a whole variety of shots. Missy overturning it, not going to find the island. What's your preferred shot shape here?
I go dead straight. I like a hyzer flip dead straight with a fairway. There's more room than you think on both sides, but for some reason I feel like there's even the most room on the right side.
I think late right for sure.
Yeah.
Ooh, Ella gonna skip and check up just before. This is a mandatory drop zone, so even if you go out of bounds right by the basket, you have to go all the way back to the drop zone. Holyn with more of a almost a forced turn.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, cool play for sure. That looks like her buzz.
The mulch just kind of grabs onto her disc, though. Doesn't quite slide up as much as she wanted.
Sorry, it's a Z-Swirl Challenger OS, so she's going putter. And Mertsch with a pretty similar line. Really going to work that right side, and it's going to pay off.
Not quite happy with the releases today. Thankfully, it works out, but it sucks whenever your game is a little off when you're playing in the woods, and it just feels extra highlighted.
Yeah, let's try to figure it out in real time.
Missy from that drop zone. It's a fun little putt to run. It is scary, though. Obviously, that OB is in the bullseye just behind it. Missy with a little safe bid, hyzering in.
I think she's a leopard.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why not both, honestly?
Sure thing. I just feel like that's already a comment on the front nine. And just feel like.
Whoever left that comment, mind your own business.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Oh,
that's me being catty.
Okay. Come on.
I'm sorry.
Holyn gonna miss. It was a good height, and she's. It's good that she stayed in, but it's gonna be another par.
Ella has kind of a nice sideways look at it. A rare not death putt on this island.
Still like mildly though. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Yeah, it's. Because of that dull eagle shape that's rounded all the way around, it's a death putt no matter where you are.
Dang.
Yeah, it makes it hard to make yourself go for it.
Man, how quickly that turned into a bogey.
As they do.
Wow, so no birdies on our feature card today. There were 8 on the field.
Oh, less than I would have thought.
Me too. But a lot of bogeys. 40% of the field bogeying, only 20% birdieing. The island hole played tough.
And I think it's one of those ones that will dial in, especially this leopard, which is more robust and muscular than cheetahs, which are more built for speed, in case you were wondering.
I think we all knew that, safe to say.
Especially that one commenter. They knew.
They definitely knew. 4 downs, good enough to still lead the field. Missy holding on to that onto our feature card. Hole 11, another par 4 in the woods. Another left to right turning shot off the tee. This one, it's really important to try to get aggressive because the second half of the fairway can really stretch out if you are not centered up. The right and left side on the second half of the fairway are not friendly, not really one single good line. Just that middle gap is the way to go. And you can see that hallway is pretty nice. You'll see forehands, you'll see backhand, really aggressive turning shots. I can't decide if I like this outside route that Holyn's taking with the forehand or if I like the little cheater line that's a little bit more inside of that grouping of 3 trees.
I think that cheater line's better for the backhand,
Yep.
personally.
But I think forehand is probably the safest play on this tee.
It's just another classic one. If you go inside backhand, wow. This is a really high quality shot from Kat Mertsch. It's hard to get that far right, taking that outside gap.
It sure is. That was unbelievable.
Yeah, really, really good.
Turning just at the right time.
She knows that disc. But yeah, I think it's another one where the backhand will reward you and get you farther and make the birdie easier, but for sure the forehand's safer.
There's Missy with the inside gap, making it look very viable.
Yeah, it is. It just looks like it's not.
There's a lot of well-placed guardian trees right in the line you want to be on. Like just one tree that's in your head a little.
Ella pulling that forehand just a bit. She's going to drop to a decent spot, though it's going to take something special to get any kind of look from there.
So looking at the stats, I feel so much more justified because I do think this second shot is so difficult.
It's so hard.
But I wasn't sure how the field would feel and how aggressive people were getting off the tee. But only 3 people out of 38 getting to circle 1 in regulation. Only 11 getting to circle 2 in regulation. So
yeah, this is another one of the few like hole 4 where it's like super happy with a par here.
Yeah,
not really trying to push this one.
You have to be just lined up absolutely perfectly.
Yeah. Missy with a fantastic shot, but not rewarded with the clear look.
Yeah, and it's decision time here. It looks like Missy's lining up a gap she sees on the right side.
Yeah, she keeps just making these up.
Yeah, she sure does. And she does like to be aggressive with them, too. Yeah, that'll work.
It'll be fine. Yeah. Wow.
So good.
So good.
Is a cat right in front of her?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
She won't. Man, these are far.
These are just really, really beautifully placed shots, too.
Oh, look at this nice angle. Holyn throwing a similar shot that we just saw her throw on the island, and it's really going to pay off for her. I wonder if that was that same Challenger OS. Oh, I guess that was Ella in front of her, throwing her third little standstill backhand.
Dropped down right there. So we still haven't gotten to Cat's Drive.
Is that true? Wait a second.
Have we?
I just believe what you tell. Wow, we haven't.
We haven't.
We have. Yes, we have.
Yes, we have.
Yes, we have.
We missed a whole
Oh
shot.
my gosh.
It was filmed, but we weren't there.
Yeah. Oh no.
Man. That is the epitome of frustrating on these types of courses when you have a nice wide open little hyzer shot to the green. It's a standstill, no worries, and then you just do that.
Worries.
Mm-hmm.
Missy's third from edge of circle 2.
And you're stoked to be this far down here on this hole. Missy even giving it a run.
Ella, really tough look for a par save here.
Holyn.
Yeah, for
Birdie
her
look.
first birdie since hole 1. Just one of the hardest out there. Why not?
One of only 2 on the day today. The other from Maria Livamaji. Sorry if I butchered that last name. My Florida is really coming out.
Yeah, for her Estonia.
Yeah. This played as the 5th most difficult hole of the day. There were those 2 birdies and over 40% of the field with a bogey or worse. We're going to see a lot of that on this back nine. Also, the conditions just continued to get worse all day. Got a little chillier, got a little rainier.
Discraft built for flight. Built for flight.
Hole 12, you ready? It's a par 5, 880 feet. You curve this way through the trees, then that way, then this way, then that way, then this way once again. And you try to avoid all these big, tall things in the way. They put this in about 6 months ago. It is looking really great. I think it's a good par 5, but boy, is it hard. The way that it's shaped and the distances kind of from each corner, it's just like a little awkward. You can never really fully rip one, it feels like. I like a flip up forehand, kind of like hyzer flip to straight pushing forehand off the tee. The backhand feels absolutely terrifying to me, and I think early left might be the worst place to recover from.
Yeah.
Although
There's a lot of bad places to recover from.
You're right. Kona's going to drop in the middle at least.
I think the key to this hole is to not even try to birdie at all one bit and just play for par.
I don't think you can birdie.
But the thing is, even to get a par, you have to throw 4 perfect shots. And they're not easy shots.
No.
And they're not necessarily super distance based shots. Like, they're just very particular, and the landing zone's very small.
And as we see Kona not quite getting to the final corner and throwing 4, how difficult it's going to be for her to get all the way up. And I think this is just a good demonstration of how difficult this hole can play.
Oh, no.
That was for a par. Yeah, this is one where par kind of feels like a birdie. And I am not only fine with a 6 here, I'm good with it.
Yeah. Happy. I mean, her third shot was unbelievable.
Mm-hmm. Kona gonna go double then bogey. She's gonna be at 1 down now. Holyn gonna opt for the sidearm. I'm excited to watch this. Like, I'm curious what people are doing off the tee here.
Wow,
that's the shot.
So good.
Mm-hmm.
That's so good.
And that's gonna put her right up to the short tee pad and gonna give her a pretty good line on the next shot.
The backhand is just so tight. You can see
it's too tight.
Yeah, that curvy tree on the left, curving over the fairway, and then that big tree on the right is just. It just makes the backhand angle feel like it shouldn't work.
Mm-hmm.
You're really forcing it.
Yeah.
Let's see if Missy can figure it out. You see a lot of players ripping to the right, like we saw Kat.
Which I think is better than kind of that early left that we saw Kona do off the tee anyway.
There it is.
And that's kind of as good as it gets. She's going to be a little left and might have to pitch up and over kind of this group of bushes.
I feel like forehand's the play. Now I'm convinced.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because getting...
It's just far. It's a far forehand.
You really only need to get about 280 feet to get to a good spot. So, like, yeah, it's far, but it's achievable.
Yeah.
You know, not just by the distance sidearm players.
Another great shot from Ella. Unfortunately, she is pinned up on that tree. She'll be able to throw another forehand. Here's Kat Mertsch on the right side. Thankfully, able to swing.
Wow. And swing away. That's a great shot.
It is really difficult to tell where they are.
Yeah, we luckily had multiple spotters on this hole. They did a great job.
Ella right on that short tee. It's best to land left of center on this second shot.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Not that left. She's going to, bounce into a really, really tough spot there.
Yeah, you can see the person in blue ahead. That's a good spot to be. About 80 feet left of this spotter in the red shirt is the line you're hoping to get on.
Yeah, you're trying to reach that next corner, and that would have been great.
Oh, it carried more left.
It's okay. Once you get up to that white stake, do you know what the distances are on those? Man, I should have looked that up. You're starting to feel all right. You know, you're coming into the home stretch.
Missy pinch left. She's just going to have to go up and over here with this forehand.
It's a bummer, too, because it was a good backhand drive.
A really high quality shot for sure.
Missy really trying to work a technical angle on the sidearm, and she's going to be in the rough on the left. Ella, just in the middle of a tiny little enchanted forest all her own.
Oh, man.
And you can really see him stack here. My guess for this today was that it's going to average a stroke over par. And probably more.
It did play as the most difficult hole. We kind of knew that was going to happen. Oh, man. Missy not quite able to get back out on the fairway. Here's Ella's fourth.
Remember how we had an eagleable par 5 on hole 2?
Yeah.
And I said we were going to pay for it.
This is where we pay. And it is expensive.
Yeah, really big toll.
Yeah.
Ella with a great fourth shot to get to that final corner. She'll have kind of a straight shot, less than 200 feet from there.
Cat from somewhere off the fairway.
Yeah. Just deep in the woods.
I saw a lot of people off the fairway on my card today, but nobody as far off the fairway as we're watching our feature card right now.
Yeah, they are spread out. I'll say that.
I don't know where we are.
We are covering some ground.
But look at all the ferns.
Beautiful.
It's beautiful. Oh, man.
Okay, Missy from close to where Holyn just was. The stakes are the guiding beacon, I think.
And she wants this to go way left. Keep going left.
Yeah.
She's going to be around where we saw Kona almost throw in, maybe a little short of it.
Boy. Some hole, huh? Cat throwing 4. You can see the basket, and she is just not going to get there. It's brutal over there, too. There's a big brush pile.
This is insane.
Honestly, it's pretty rough.
It is rough.
It makes me feel great, actually. I got in the circle after 4, missed the putt, but like
nice
felt
6.
like a superhero, you know? It was a nice 6. Holyn, only chance on the card for a par here. Just kind of a simple hyzer, probably needs a little bit of ground play, and she's not going to be thrilled with that effort.
Yeah, she's still got probably 80 feet to the basket, and it is going to be well obstructed.
Can't merge from a brush pile somewhere. Good effort, but going to be outside the circle and obstructed.
Missy can see the basket, but she's got this awkward patent pending little chip shot up to the green. Oh my goodness.
Wow, we don't really see feature card.
Everyone's a little shaken up right now. They probably, what we don't see is them all looking for discs this entire time, because they weren't necessarily able to find everything easily. Everything's very wet, so everyone's a little extra damp right now from walking through wet branches.
Yeah. Everyone's like, get me out of here, off this one.
Are we just replaying Missy's last shot? This looks exactly the same.
It's so slightly different. It's like 12 feet ahead of where she was. Same line, though, that she has to hit, and she does make the correction. Look how green everything is.
So, yeah, there are 16% of the field parred. That is 6 pars out of 38 competitors.
Whoa.
The rest with a bogey or worse, it averaged at 1.34 over par.
That's insane.
39% of the field with a double bogey or worse.
On the bright side, if you're having a rough time on this hole, you can just look around. Ooh, nice putt from Cat Mertsch. At the fairway and look at all the ferns and just pretend like you're on planet Endor.
Yay.
Yeah, let's get a little good finish here. Nice 6. Yeah. And I unfortunately am saying that with sincerity.
No, legitimately.
Yeah. Holyn for a 6?
I knew this was going to play difficult in practice, but not this difficult.
Oh, really? I was guessing 1.2 over. Because the thing is, you get off the fairway at all, and saving your 6 is so hard.
Yeah. Our field is constantly impressing me. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if we're only like half a stroke over tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, you want to make a light bet?
Yeah. I don't think it's going to be half, but like 3/4.
You guess 3/4?
Yeah.
I'll take the over.
Okay.
I don't believe in us at
Although,
all.
although now everyone does have the trauma.
Yes.
Entering a hole with the trauma is a real problem.
Well, I don't know. Maybe no one going for the birdie quite so
True,
much.
true,
Maybe
true.
some
People will
some little
take some
more
off.
chippies.
Mm-hmm.
The trauma.
And if that's not bad enough, we're going to follow up the most difficult hole of the day with the second most difficult hole of the day.
Now that our spirits are broken.
Let's not build them back up. Let's play this par 4. It's another hole that's got a left to right finishing shot off the tee and then a really dangerous second shot. Look at this gap. And the camera, for some reason, makes the basket look closer than it actually is. It's every bit of, 315 or 20 feet dead straight on a rope. It might be even
Through
more
the
than
tunnel?
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's far. And far and requires a super, super straight shot. It's hard to get the tee shot in a place where you have that good straight shot, though. And
sure
if
is.
you're either side pinched, there's nothing. So another very demanding, very specific tee shot.
Cat Mertsch definitely getting a little bit lucky through there. I can't believe they're all throwing forehands on this one, actually.
I think that's the play.
But that tree,
Yeah.
you're going to tell me that tree right off the
Yeah.
right corner
Yeah,
isn't in
you're
your
right.
head? That's just an impressive shot.
Yeah.
It's one of the
But
few.
the backhand is brutal.
It is brutal. Yeah. It's just one of the few where I want to throw the forehand, but look at that tree, man.
You're right. Missy even trying to wrap a little, which I think that is the play.
It is for the backhand, yeah. Okay, all right. I feel better about my choices.
Yeah. If Ella's not forehanding.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Clearly, Ella is just my guide on the disc golf course. I try to channel her on each hole.
She's going a little deep of the landing zone. It's pretty brutal on the deep side. You kind of have to take your medicine there and just play it for par.
And yeah,
Ooh.
Cat Mertsch looking at, 350 down a tunnel?
Yep.
Getting real flexy with that forehand.
I loved that.
Yeah.
Ella, here we are, nothing really to work with. She's still going to put every bit on this.
Why not?
I like it.
Not enough trauma yet.
Holyn is lined up nicely for a forehand to the pin. She keeps it low for damage control and unfortunately doesn't get the ground play at the end.
Yeah, she doesn't look happy with it, but just to keep it center cut and take a par is going to be taking strokes on a lot of the field.
Missy is about to send this.
A little too turned.
Mm-hmm.
Might be a tough recovery depending on how deep she just kicked.
This basket being super guarded doesn't help as well, because even if you do decide to just chip one halfway up the middle, it's not guaranteed that you're going to give yourself an easy putt.
Yeah, I keep landing behind those right side guardians, and the left side doesn't look much better. Ella, we'll probably see her dealing with what we're talking about. Oof. Missy, in here.
And yeah, I mean, I guess if you don't go for that shot as aggressively as Missy did, then maybe she would have a better look for par. But yeah, it's hard to call that shot, especially on the first day of the event where you're just trying to see what you can do out here. Test the waters.
Mm-hmm. Holyn
Uh-oh.
really testing that one.
Yeah, she sure is.
It's ice cold, in case you were wondering.
Yeah. Cat gonna hit the exact same tree.
Missy with really nothing. Maybe gonna try to swing a tall little floaty hyzer.
There was one birdie on this hole today. Lucky Lorenzen.
Oh, nice.
Wonder where her putt was.
Ella with a par save. This is one that for some reason went well for me in practice, and I
Yeah.
didn't think was like that crazy hard.
Right?
You know?
Yes.
Like it's hard, but I was like, oh, for par, no problem.
yeah, I'll just be on the left side. I have
Yeah.
to chip a little sidearm.
no
it's
worries.
fine.
But no, it's
rough.
incredibly difficult.
Ella is hyped on that.
Yeah,
after
what a par save.
After a rough little stretch of holes. This one averaged at .87 over par.
Wow.
With 63% of the field with a bogey or worse.
That's insane. So we got 2 strokes over par in these 2 holes on average. Holyn converting a nice putt for her par. Let's see if Kat can do the same. You know it. Man, it's crazy looking at the little score tickers on this back 9. Whew. Lot of red, a lot of colors.
This is definitely making me feel so much better. Oh, we were all doing this.
Yeah, played tough out there.
Mm-hmm.
Tie at the top. She has to make it.
No way!
Nervy putt to win.
Handley!
Her first Disc Golf Pro Tour elite event. Hole 14, a par 3, 360 feet. It's another tough one. Who knew? I don't know, you could go sidearm, but it's a huge shot, obviously. You can go backhand turnover, but it's really, really difficult. I feel like right where you want the disc to turn, there's like a particular wall of trees on the right side, so you kind of have to push straight and then turn. Let's see if Raven Klein can do it. She's kind of a virtuoso at this shot, if you will.
Turns it just a little too much, gets tangled up, but having a putt on this hole is thrilling.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I think most good shots are landing a little short circle 2 a lot of the times.
And a win with a beautiful looking backhand shot as well. Oh yeah. Wow.
Gorgeous.
A crush.
Parking it. Look at this funny little basket. There's a teeny little log stand. Raven looks like she's just outside the circle dealing with a whole lot of stuff in her way. Really grounding herself before this putt.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
And grounding herself after the putt, too. Wow, what an effort.
Full send.
She's going to be so damp. And Hannah, with the tap in, this is a very difficult hole to reach.
It's so impressive. Kat Mertsch also good at this type of shot shape. Oh yeah.
I feel like that looks perfect. But
And
yeah, there's
then-
just so many trees in the way.
Yeah, and you find yourself often turning it a little bit early because you do have to get it to push straight for a while before it starts turning, so it's easy to overturn. The forehand here is great if you've got the distance. Not a lot of players in the field do. Holyn's going to be pin high, but she did turn it a little bit.
If anyone can get this on the forehand, it's Ella Hansen.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. Gonna be a little short, I think. It's fine, though. That's a pretty typical landing zone for us regular sidearms out there. Ooh, Missy overturning it and getting a pretty rough kick all the way to the left.
What is pretty rough with this hole is the fact that this is what you are left with after any sort of kick. Yes, this one's nice and wide open, but it's more often than not you don't have any way to get up and down to the basket, and it turns into a bogey so fast if you hit early.
Yeah, not for Missy, though. She's actually pretty fortunate to have a gap and clear footing. And
what a nice little
capitalizes.
forehand, too, yeah.
Holyn left with a funny little upshot here. Hits the one tree in the way, but it's fine.
Ella gonna be in the Kat gonna be in the woods a bit, but is able to chip one out.
Ella gonna be, what, edge of circle 2 here. Looks like she's eyeing this thing up. Why not? Oh, strong run.
There were 4 birdies on this hole today. We got to watch Hannah win and Raven Klein. Allie Smith also got it from circle 1, and Elizra Midling from circle 2.
Man, I'm dying to know if Allie went backhand or forehand. She could do either.
She could.
I'm guessing backhand. Round of pars, going to be pretty typical on the 14th. I want to know whose idea it was just to build this little tiny log platform.
It is nice.
For a non-raised basket. Like,
Yeah.
I'm a fan, to be clear.
Huge fan.
More, I don't want to say useless, more decorative structures.
Course art.
Yeah.
We love course art
Yeah, we do.
here in the booth. And look at our feature card just getting leveled by the back nine. I'm just kidding. It's what it feels like.
You
though.
aren't kidding. It's what's happening. Raven Klein going to take the solo lead with that big birdie putt we just saw.
Yes, she is. Hole 15, another par 4. This is one of the few where you can throw a hyzer off the tee. The way the drone is flying is probably the most open and most widely chosen gap. There is a center gap as well that can work the left side surprisingly friendly. Your second shot, dead straight little mid to this sloping green. It's a very, very fun second shot if you get your tee shot off correctly. This is a cool wooded hole. I like this one.
I do too. It is weird to be able to throw your first woods hyzer on hole 15.
Uh-huh.
This is an oddly... that right side really sucks you over there.
It
I
sure
don't know
does.
what it is. I think just because the tee pad is pointed straight at the trees
Yeah.
and then to angle your body to make it go right, you end up just torquing it over.
Definitely. You end up having to round a little bit around that huge tree too.
Yeah.
There's also an early tree right left of the tee pad that you want to avoid, so you can't really use the left side of the tee pad.
Holland's play to just kind of punch one down there and then fade to the left. Madison's correct in that it really is surprisingly friendly over there. You just got to get a little bit lucky. We see Ella get the kick in the middle. She could maybe still birdie from there with a big shot.
Yeah, you can pretty much crash anywhere left and you're happy.
Mm-hmm.
Missy peering that right side gap. That's so good.
Oh, yeah. Gorgeous. Sitting pretty. Ella, a lot of times you can throw a shorter approach disc, but that is a full rip from Ella.
And that was looking so good.
It really was. Whoa.
Kat again from the rough. She is really seeing a lot of parts of the course today. Oh,
What
wow.
an out.
Are you?
Okay.
That was incredible.
Really was. Kat really starting to get some like very controllable turn on her sidearm. This is not something we've really seen from her before. It's very cool. She's more of like a hyzer sidearm player.
Missy was a little tighter of a gap than I was expecting, but it's workable. And she squeaks one through, even missing the little stump that guards the dead center of the green.
Wow, what a nice dead straight shot. Look at the moss. Holyn with a...
No.
Oh, no. Did she salute the tree?
We all know that tree so well.
Yeah.
Ella's third, just going to jump putt up to the green. Maybe running it.
Yeah, a little run. A good effort.
Only 6 birdies on this one today, but this is one that where we could easily see, 15. We could see double.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is one of the few on the back nine where you're thinking you should get a look every time.
For sure. And feels like kind of a relief to play after getting
Leveled.
hammered
Yeah.
by the last handful of holes.
Reamed, honestly.
What a recovery shot from Kat to even have a putt from where she was.
Yeah, putt for birdie from... I feel like the camera guys really had to like just dive into the woods. They had no idea where she was for a while. She's deep in there.
A nice birdie from Missy Gannon. playing the hole the way it is supposed to be played.
Everyone else on the feature card just looking to clean up the par. This is where all my towels started to feel really wet,
Yeah.
and I didn't have a rain fly. My whole bag is just
You went rain flyless
soaked.
today?
Yeah, because it wasn't that bad for a while until this hole, and then I swear I was like, oh, okay, everything I own is wet.
Yeah.
Whoops.
That drizzle was pretty relentless. I used 4 towels today.
Wow.
I know.
That's a lot.
Paige Pierce in the lead with Rebecca Cox, Missy Gannon, and Lucky Lorenzen.
My buddies and I just helped grow the global disc golf community. Check it out. We got our favorite shirts at Quirky Goodies, and a percentage of the sales proceeds go to the Paul Macbeth Foundation. They build great disc golf courses all around the world. I picked up 3 shirts for myself. This one's my favorite. Hey, if you're like me and you're always looking for a discount code, use this one, JomezPro 15. That'll give you 15% off. QuirkyGoodies.com. Buy a shirt, make a difference.
Hole 16, a par 3, 310 feet. Much more reachable than some of the others we've seen on this back 9, but it's tricky. It's a very steep left to right moving shot. I like a sidearm, though you usually need a pretty big skip to get all the way. A backhand can definitely work. You really need to, I think it's like a hyzer flip with kind of like maybe like a 7-speed disc that flips up and keeps turning, at least for my arm speed. I'm sure some ladies can get some lower speed discs, but I think the mistake on the backhand is it's really easy to overturn it.
Yeah, I like the more of a forced turn shot and let the disc really carry and start to pan out.
Sure.
Yeah, but it's a pick your poison type of hole.
Yeah, you can make a lot of different shot shapes work.
But it is tough to get all the way down to the green. You do have to get a little lucky at the end.
With the
as
backhand,
well.
I think.
Yeah.
With a forehand, you can get there pure, as we see Holyn do. That looked a little too tight, but man,
Worked
had
great.
a ton of pushing power. Cat pushing really straight. Gonna need a big skip. And she kind of skibbles up into circle 2.
Miss it. Yeah. And pretty classic landing zone there in the short side of circle 1. 10 players were able to find circle 1 in regulation 9 birdies on hole 16. It played in the top 3 easiest holes.
Ella from just outside the circle converts.
Yeah.
Low left dunk. And Ella's first birdie in 9 holes or so. Let's give her a Jomez to boot.
Her 3rd Jomez, I believe, of the day. 4th? 3rd? She's got a lot of them.
Yeah, her putting is looking great. And getting back under par with a couple holes to play. Cat Mertsch hasn't seen green in a hot minute. There we go. She looks relieved.
Ella with 365 feet of putting today.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a lot.
I wonder what like the average is, you know? And a good conversion from Holyn as well. Our feature card making this one look pretty simple.
Oh, Ella leading the field in putting footage today.
No wonder she deserves all those slow mezzes.
The average was right around 200 feet.
Oh, okay. Wow. 165 extra feet of putting. That's something. And 3 of our feature card ladies keeping it under par, staying in the top 5. Rebecca Cox currently leading the field at 3 down through 16.
A new hole 17 from last year's layout. I love the change. It's 255-foot left to right finishing shot. There's a lot of those out here.
They're all those out here, it feels like.
No wonder it feels hard to not have a forehand.
Yeah.
You can throw a backhand mid-range here. Forehand is definitely the play. You don't want to come in too hot, though, because this elevated basket is perched on the side of a pretty steep hill. And if you go deep, you all of a sudden lose your ability to putt because the basket is so tall and there's so many low-hanging branches on that hillside.
Kind of a nice little gift. Kind of a must get. I mean, not quite.
Yeah,
It's still tough, yeah. But it's just short, which is nice. Holyn, I'm not sure if she caught a tree. Looks like she was a little tight on that forehand. Ella also just a little tight, but she's going to get away with it. I'm going to push just around that corner instead.
This one is hard to get into circle. I mean, it's easy to get into circle 2, but it's just hard to get into circle 1.
Mm-hmm. Missy also just a touch early. You want to push a little bit straighter before fading on that forehand. Yeah, especially on the backhand. I'm sure hard to get inside the circle.
Mm-hmm.
But just, yeah, once you hit that slope, you tend to like ramp off and end up down the hill too.
And here's Missy practicing that forehand. It's not going to go well every time as you work it into your repertoire.
Yeah, I mean, it's her first kind of missed forehand of the day.
Yeah.
Holyn dealing with a whole lot of stuff in here. And it's always strange to be working so hard on the shortest hole on the course.
When she didn't throw that terrible of a shot, but such is life here at the Cascade Challenge.
Yeah.
You can see Holyn just pitching up. If you buzz by this basket and go down the hill, it is brutal. It is not necessarily worth the risk.
Yeah, and you can see Holyn not happy that... I mean, she makes the smart choice, but she's not happy about it. That might have checked up. Ella for 2.
Yes! That is looking so pure.
That's how you get to 365, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is this the most slow mezzes we've seen from one person?
Yes.
Seems probable.
It's gotta be.
Probable at the very least.
I'm certain.
Okay. I'm behind you.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Cat back-to-back birdies, working her way back to even par.
2 nice long putts as well.
Yeah. Looks like Cat has just been sitting on the ground. Missy coming back for a bogey.
Only 8 birdies on 17. Not a gimme. Looks short, but it is a very tight line. Holyn, unfortunately, going to have to settle for bogey as well.
Man, Ella's putting today. Joy to watch.
One more hole, but you cannot relax yet because it is the 3rd most difficult hole
Is
of the
it?
day.
Huh?
Yeah, it's a hard hole.
Yeah, it just surprises me a little bit. There's a lot of hard holes.
Yeah, this one's tough to get in birdie land.
It's true. Hole 18 is a par 4, 635. Just throwing it straight or maybe a little bit of a flex. Straight or deep is better than short and left. Second shot, you're never going to have like... You're never going to recreate the same shot twice, I feel like, on the drive. There's a million trees in the landing zone. There's a bunch of different lines you can take, so play it as it lies. The basket is obviously perched on a little rock mound, making for some difficult putting. It's hard to get up there for a birdie look. Ooh, Cat really cranking this one over to the right. She's going to see a whole new part of this hole that no one ever sees.
Oh.
Whoa.
A little bit of a slip. Oh.
Looks like her hand was wet. This was a part of the course where those big drops kept landing on your disc. You're like, no, I'm fine.
Bloop.
Bloop. And you can see Holyn, similar to Cat, but definitely a little bit Oh, a lot better. Working that
Oh.
right side.
Oh, man.
Wow. And usually that's the safer play to push straight, but she finds out of bounds. Whoa.
Wow.
Big shot. Let's see if Missy can do this right. And that's looking... Don't do it. Okay, so I guess OB deep is like really in play.
That right side is brutal, though there is nothing over there. Once you turn the corner to look towards the basket.
Yeah.
Speaking of brutal, Ella in no man's land, forced to throw a forehand roller.
Whoa, speaking of no man's land,
God.
she doesn't even have a swing. What?
I did not realize this right side is that rough.
Oh, yeah, it's bad. Okay.
Wow. Gets out, but has to go backwards to do it.
Huh.
Cat's third still not on the fairway.
Where is... Okay, so she's looking essentially straight at the pin. It's probably, 300 feet straight in front of her?
Maybe more. It's far and uphill and so many trees. You can see her catching one of them. Holyn going to go over OB the whole way. The crowd clearing out.
Yeah, there is an open line for the hyzer, but it's really easy to swing in a bit too early and get caught like that.
That's not bad, though.
It's fine. Just probably not a par save. Cat's fourth. Wow. Really crazy looking turning sidearm. That's third one of those shots we've seen her do? Really kind of mastering that angle control on
Kind
the
of like
sidearm.
a controlled Hail Mary.
I love that.
Uh-huh. Missy also going to go around the right side. Get tangled up early as well. It's fine there, but look at that wall she's going to have to deal with. She finds a gap.
Missy looks like she's going to keep it at 1 under for the round, which turns out is really respectable, which is crazy because we were flying high after the front nine.
Yes.
Birdies for everybody.
Yeah, there was no birdies on hole 18. Only 2 players managed to get to circle 1 in regulation, only 9 to circle 2. An elevated basket as well makes this a little bit of a scary green. This is a hard hole.
It is. Ella almost cashing that par save. Cat Mertsch almost saving the bogey. But, hole 18 showing its teeth.
Yeah, over 50% of the field with a bogey or worse.
Wow.
And a quarter of the field with a double or worse. That's, wow.
That's wow, everybody.
And after a soggy day out here at Shelton
Shelton.
Springs, we're all antsy and excited to get back.
Yeah, now that we're all dried off and warm and toasty.
The forecast did change, and it was not supposed to be as rainy tomorrow, but it's back. And looks like we're going to have some drizzly conditions again.
Great.
We're going to watch Rebecca Cox, Paige Pierce, Sarah Hokum, and Missy Gannon attack the course tomorrow. Hopefully, like the forecast do here, they change every 5 seconds. Hopefully, they'll change again.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll get to play this place in some sunny conditions.
All we have is hope. What else is there?
Nothing. To be in the top 10, you have to be at even par. The rest of the field, not a ton of scoring separation. So room for movement, and we'd love that going into moving day.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah, you pop off a 5 down out here, you are skyrocketing up the leaderboard.
It's out there too.
Yep, giving everyone hope. We have a 3-round event here, so hopefully we'll see you guys tomorrow on moving day and again on Championship Sunday.
Yeah.
I'm Madison Walker.
I'm Erika Stinchcomb. We're the 2 hot geese.
Honk.
Honk.